Booney, it's time to break down, pull back the curtain.
Do it.
The best defense in the National Football League. The Cleveland Browns, led by Jim Schwartz and Kevin Stefanski, the head coach. We should give him his credit too. Jay is out. Jeremiah is out in the wilderness. He's hunting this week, so it's going to be you telling me about the Cleveland Browns defense. You're an Ohio guy.
I'm a Cleveland
Weren't you
boy.
a Browns? You grew up a Browns fan, probably,
didn't
you?
When they blew up the stadium, we went down and got rubble. I was a huge Browns fan. Kevin Stefanski fan. Huge Brownies. I love my Cleveland Brownies.
Dude. So I just went through. There were, much like we did a Dolphins film breakdown, much like the Dolphins stuff, you could have picked like 25 different plays. You could have picked 20 or 25 plays of just Myles Garrett blowing up the Tennessee Titans in this game.
Destroying.
Insane. And there's a clip here. This is from, so this didn't make the all-22 cut because it wasn't really a play. It wound up being a timeout, and they cut it out of here. But
they don't do those. That's why I sent it to you.
So some people on Twitter here and Instagram, they grabbed this from the fourth quarter that the Titans were so desperate to do anything to stop Myles Garrett. They were literally running two tight ends. Watch this. They're running two tight ends back and forth across the formation, shadowing Myles Garrett.
Look at them. They don't know what to do. Look at them.
Have you ever seen this?
Where are we going? Where are we going?
And then they are eventually just forced to call a timeout here. But I don't know that I've ever seen that in an NFL game before, Booney.
Maybe I'm telling you, man. At some point, you guys have to bite that bullet. And Frabes, I love you to death, man. Got to get the boys up front, play better. Got to get them to come up, just be stouter. I mean, that's one of those things that might be a little embarrassing, especially because the defense knows what's going on and they see it. So they're like, do y'all just see this? And you're like, no, that's not what it is. That's not what it is.
Yeah. So, well, what we do here, by the way, if you're new to the O-line committee, is I just pick from a fan perspective plays that I think are interesting and then present them to you guys. And then it's like sitting down with former NFL offensive linemen to watch actual film here. So I combed through and I found, I don't know, a handful of plays where the Browns defense was just smothering Ryan Tannehill and the Titans offense. So consider this a learning session for the Titans and a celebration for Browns fans. You might have the best defense in the NFL. So we'll run some of this, and Booney, you tell us what the hell's happening here. And I don't know, is there any way to stop this, I guess, from an offensive line perspective?
I mean, yeah, here we go. Let's get into this. Here we go. Keeping it simple. Love it. Let's see what we got. Oh, we're clearly showing blitz all the way.
That is, wow.
I mean, that is just...
We'll go half speed here.
Here we go. Number one, get a nice little motion to see what they're in. What are we in? We're in a little zone. I like it. Let's see what we're doing. We're going to fake handoff to 22. Number one, top 99's already showing you what's going on. Dude's in there tight, right? Like, we got to get in there. We got 22 off the edge. 44 looks like he's in man coverage. Why? Because he's riding the horse. 22's in the motorcycle stance. Something is coming off the edge. 66 needs to wake up. Chris Hubbard, come on. Let's go. Hit play.
So we're watching 66 here is kind of your...
Yeah. I mean, we're running a simple little fake here, right? But we get beat cross face. Like, that can't happen. That's a no-no. That's a simple play. And what shows me, number one, 99's in the damn gap. Like, dude, he ain't getting any more in there, right?
Who, 96 are you looking at, or 91?
91. He's the one that
91.
affects us.
Gotcha.
He affects this entire play. And it's Chris Hubbard needs to get down there. And it's probably, and you can't see it, but it's his first step. And it's one of these things where when we talk to the young players, we tell them, in a pressure situation, you're not going to do what you think you are. So stop. You need to practice taking a good step. When you step, you need to cover ground. Go back. You can almost kind of see his leg doesn't move. See if you can go real slow. Here, 91 has already shown us that he's coming in there. Why? Because 22's off the edge, and Taki's he's riding the horse, right? 66, stop it. See how his leg doesn't really go anywhere, and he's behind the block? He needs to turn open and drive and wash him down here. Simple thing to do, right? We're just basically running a naked with a little Y hide out of here. We're just pretending to give the ball to 22, but Hubbard doesn't get his feet over there, and Tannehill can't even get his feet set. I mean, if you're faking and 91's in your face that fast, you're screwed. Your mind is already obliterated. You're trying to get rid of the ball. Now he's climbing on your back. You're not going anywhere.
Brutal, man.
Dude, this when you can't run simple nakeds, you're screwed. Like, those are supposed to be your P and 10 plays. Hey, we're just going to come out here and dangle this ball and throw it 20 yards on a dig. Let's make it simple.
So so in the sequence here, the first play you saw was a sack. And then the first clip we showed you like 5 minutes ago where the tight ends were shadowing Myles Garrett, that was the second sequence. They called a timeout. So now they're coming out of a timeout here at their own 8-yard line, the Titans.
I love it. Pause it. Go back. I don't even need to see it. I already know what's going on. We're in empty. I'm not crazy. So we're in a true odd guard bubbles. I love it. This is one of my favorite things to come block out of because it makes
guard bubbles right here.
Guard bubble makes it super simple for everybody to understand. We're gonna split a line right down the
guard
center.
bubbles and then just a line right here too. Just to
there you go.
This is good. Love me some guard bubbles.
I know you do. All right, so they're clearly going full turn. Now go back, please go back, because I got to say this before this happens. Listen, are you ready for this? I'm gonna lose my mind, Mackie. We go full slide for this exact reason. There are 4 guys. We have 7. We are just literally trying to get back here and create a massive wall. It is a massive wall that nobody is allowed to come through or around, right? It's supposed to like be a big barricade. It's almost like Pop Warner. Hey, we can't protect the edge out here. Let's just send everybody out there, okay? We'll protect all the problems. See how everyone's going to their left? Yeah. Which is great. Andre Dillard, you know everyone's coming to you. You need to get back and off the ball. Go back. I already saw it. I see everything. I want you to see where his back foot is. Pause.
Hey, what number are we looking at?
71. Andre Dillard.
There we go.
Right? See where his back foot is right there?
Mm-hmm.
Your first kick with Myles Garrett that wide and everybody to your right sliding to your left should be on the opposite side of that line and probably touching the next line. Go back.
Straight back this way.
Right there. You should touch that line with your foot. Let's see where he goes. Pause. Go back. That's his second kick. Go back. Stop it at the first one. Stop.
Right there.
Doesn't go anywhere. You go nowhere. I tell these guys all the time in the gym, you think you're going somewhere, you're not. Now look where he's going. He's coming right at you. He has just now eliminated all that space, which is going to cause you to turn open. Why? Because in a panic situation, you will always turn open and try and face the defender. That is the worst thing to do because, look, now you have a soft shoulder on the outside. And that's a 275-pound, and I'm being very generous when I say that's probably more like 285, 290. Coming around the edge, hungry. That dude is a lion. Look, he gets a simple swat and rip and just pries open that edge. Pries it wide open.
They're lucky this wasn't a safety here, by the way.
They're lucky they're not cut, Mackie. This is an L. 2 guys got to the quarterback. There's 7 blocking. 7. 2 of them got through. I just told you how the left tackle got through. And now we go back. Same guy. Go back. Chris Hubbard, go back. Right there. He's going to slide down my right tackle, right? As soon as 94 comes this way, number one, you have to help on 99, right? Like, I know you got 2 tight ends out there, but throw an arm up, give them presence. But as soon as you see this guy start to cross your face, you need to strike him. See how he kind of collects him and allows him to get that long arm? You can't see it, but if you go back half a frame, you can kind of see his arm is in his throat. You've allowed him to get his hand. See, there it is. You've allowed him to get his hands in your chest, so now he controls this block. There are 3 guys with hands on him right now, and he is pushing back one of them, which is causing this entire thing to fall apart, right? This is kind of the old mantra that I preach to a lot of the dudes in the gym too. If you don't act like the predator, they're going to treat you like the prey. They're going to come after you with everything. And the minute you show a little sign of weakness, they are going to get in your face. They're going to get in your throat. They're going to get in your grill. They know you can't hang. That was a full slide, and we got a sack. That can never happen. Like 58-59 was a protection that was like, you guys clearly suck up front and can't figure it out. We're just going to slide everybody to the problems because you're all so stupid. And we'd be like, tomorrow's going to suck. Like the minute you heard 58, you were like, shit.
Yeah.
They're going to be so mad. And then
also,
they're going to sack. Oh, my God.
I also feel like, I mean, this is just to give credit to Myles Garrett, too. I feel like there's been so much discussion the past couple of years about who the best edge rushers in the NFL are. And he's not, maybe it's because the Browns have been kind of nondescript the last couple of years. And, you know, he is reinserting himself in the first 3 weeks in the conversation of just best edge rusher in the NFL.
By far.
You know, but like
Absolutely.
TJ Watt the last few years, and we've had, you know, there's been, you know, Micah Parsons taking the league by storm, and it's almost like Myles Garrett's over here this year saying, excuse me, yeah, it's still me.
I'm going to give you
I'm the problem. It's me.
I'm going to handle this debate right now. I'm actually going to say that's probably between him and TJ right now because I watched Micah Parsons get blocked by a rookie on a touchdown on something that I don't think I would see 95 get blocked on. Just like this. This is what separates everybody on the field, right? You have two guys over here communicating. They know their job is to block 95. There's two of us. There's two of us, stupid. Just take a step. What did I tell you about panic situations? You're never going to do what you think you're doing, right? He gets down in there. First of all, your split is way too damn wide. You're an idiot. But
so you're saying
that,
this
yes.
right here?
Look, even 95, even Myles Garrett's like, oh, look at that split. I'll just go in here. Why? Because I'm one of the most dynamic defensive ends and strongest, right? He gets in there. What? Go back. I already see his foot placement. Do you think he took a good step?
We're talking about this guy right here?
Yeah, I'm not going to work.
I
feel about tight ends. I hate them.
It's a sideways step because his splits are too wide, right? He feels like he has to get to the right.
There it is. Yep. Steps under himself. You allow the number one dynamic player on this defense to just scooch through here. And to be fair, there's not much the tackle can do, right? Like his threat is right here in the B gap. He has to be right there. At the same time, his linebacker is right here, Taki, right across the ball. Everything is pulling him away from 95. He wants to help, but you got Brunskill on 54, right guard. You got Hubbard outside. You got the center working on the nose, who now see how it pulls the guard with him because 75, who is that? Dylan Radins and Andre Dillard are basically being across the ball to 44, which turns into almost like a deuce. But the minute that 90 crosses the center's face, it pulls that guard with him. Why? Because you're on like a Rico charge. You have to always be willing to get in there, right? See how he sees it and goes, shit, now I got to get there. But see how all of this is taking away from one guy? See how now all of a sudden this one guy that we want free on the backside is now free?
Yeah.
And because
so the Browns are doing all of this stuff to make sure that this happens? Is that
I
what you're
think
saying?
that a lot of this is, number one, to stop, obviously, 22. But I think where it's working well is it's working because it's backside and you're forcing all five of these guys who should be blocking 95 are now forced to go the other way and look at a different problem. And they still get beat on that because, look, go back. Even if Myles Garrett doesn't get there, Taki's right in the hole. He's literally just standing there like, these guys don't. This is their bread and butter for years. 22 has been their guy, and they can't even do a simple cross-face zone. Like, sometimes, look at that. He's right in the hole. Yeah, you're not going anywhere. Tight end's like, I'm trying, guys. I thought you said C. I didn't know it was a D. I know.
There's
man.
more there, and there's more where that came from, dude. I've got more carnage for you here. I'm going to keep rolling some of this.
I love carnage. I love it. Look at this front. Jesus. Where are they telling you to run the ball? Where are they telling you to run the ball?
You're asking me right now?
I mean, I see a massive goddamn gap that I'm like, I would be like checking into something right now. Like, whatever it gets me right here between the left tackle and the tight end.
Right here? Or are you looking right here?
I would probably right there. Whatever seals that off and gets.
So you've got leverage here, and then you got, yeah. Is that what you're looking at?
Dude, you could even send the tight end down and let that guard kick out 99, and then just say, hey, 22, make a play. Make a play on 22.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens. Let's roll this and see what happens.
Let's see what we do.
All right. Gonna fake that handoff.
We're gonna fake it.
Oh, we got. You're running for our life. Throw it.
I'm losing my mind, Mac. I'm losing my mind.
So we got a couple free runners coming in hot here.
Here we go.
How can you prevent this?
Let me tell you how you prevent this. Go ahead, play it.
All right, we'll go half speed here.
I love this. Here we go. So this is go back. This is a compliment to what they've been running a lot of the game, right? This is the power. This is why you get everyone to suck up. This is your one back power. Out of this personnel, we would have called it plant because it's one back. So the plant tells you it's one back, and it's a fake plant. So the guard's going to pull up in the hole and see Taki right there. He's sucking up. 22 was sucking up, but he just realized it's a fake. So now he's bailing out quickly. But the problem is this. You have this tight end, this creature over here who I hate putting on pass rushers, right? Like, if anything, we would have been more like, hey, if we really need Delaney to go out there and block this guy because he is a beast or something, guard, as soon as you pull up in this hole and you see that they see that it's a fake, everybody bails. Where do you go? To the tight end. Get your ass there.
You're saying 75 should be bailing back, or what are you saying?
60. See how 60's pulling?
60. Got it.
See how, and he's looking right at the tight end, but see how he pulls up in the hole? Right there. You know Taki's not coming. I mean, I guess you're already a little too late. The tight end's already getting beat. And this is just a bad play design. It's you get into a game like this.
But isn't 44, I mean, technically isn't as Derrick Henry's coming up and sort of filling that gap, couldn't he put a hat on 44 and 60 could keep coming out and helping over here?
Technically, Derrick Henry has somebody else. He would have 22 if 22 came. He'd have 4 strong, 4 weak if they came. Because you can't ask him to fake this outside but then come back in at 44. You know what I'm saying? Like 60 has Taki all the way. You have to make it very believable, and that's the problem with this. It's just a bad play design because, look, even after Taki leaves, the quarterback's already running for help. And that's why, if anything, go back. Here's what I would have done. On the sideline, I would have been like, listen, this ain't it. Let's do this. Let's run the same play. But 88, I want you to go down and sell it. You go down there right now, and the minute the Taki gets up in there, you grab him, and you hold him in there, okay? I'm going to put 60 on 99. You're going to go out there right now, and you're going to bludgeon him. And how am I going to protect you? I'm going to tell the running back that he has to cover your inside the entire time. So as you pull, all you have to worry about is the outside rush. If this guy goes back inside, 22 is going to put his face mask through his soul, right? It's kind of like when guys would spin on the tackle and the guards, we'd go out and just break as many ribs as we could, like, because it's a quick movement and they don't see you and you're just trying to fillet them. But that's how you kind of protect this play. But at the same time, you got to throw the ball because 91's coming untouched. I mean, like I said, bad play design, drive me nuts. The effort out there looks lackluster at best. You're in the fight of your life, and you're getting your ass pushed back into the quarterback. Like, go out there and fight, dude.
Here's another one. Ryan Tannehill is just...
I know.
Like, let's run another one here for you.
Always got to have a fake in there, don't we? There it is.
Look at this.
Go back. I love how... Go
carnage,
back.
man.
Go back right now. I'm going to lose my mind. Who is that in the backfield? D-Hop?
It's not Derrick Henry.
No, but what does he do? Watch it. Right here. Goes through. No, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go here. Watch him.
Did he just trip and fall? What just happened? What's happening there?
You're driving me nuts. He's never played running back. What do you mean what's happening? He thinks he's going out the B gap. Go back. Go back right now. I'm going to lose my shit. Watch this. Go back. Go back. Pause it in the beginning because I want you to watch this. A running back would know, pause. The lane of departure is out the A gap right now. Why? Because the A gap's not violated. I am committed to the A gap. Right. I'm assuming the 3 technique is going to run upfield. I'm assuming the nose is going to run this way. If for some ungodly reason they run a twist, I will be sitting in the perfect spot to help both people if somebody gets beat, right? Like, right. I'm just coming up here. The minute you run into your left guard, you piss me off because I'm like, dude, you didn't see me here working, doing my business, and you're just like, oh, I had plant. But I'm not mad at D-Hop because he's one of the best to do it. I'm mad at your coaching staff for putting a receiver in the backfield for probably the first time ever in a heated situation and being like, hey, let's be savvy and cool. If anything, you should have 32 chipping The number 1 defensive end in the NFL, but nobody's going to get out there, huh? Nobody. We're just going to let this dude get into our left tackle the entire game. Like, we're not even sliding out that way. Dude.
Yeah, that's poor D-Hop.
You throw that 8 yard under. You throw it. That's Kirk Cousins. Good.
There's another one, man. Look at how many Browns jerseys. Look at this. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that 7? 8.
Brunskill, you were so much better than San Francisco. This is nonsense. All right, here we go. This is, pause, true zone. Hear me? There's a difference between a lot of Zorros and all these silly names that they come up with. This is true zone because you are in a 2 tight end set. This would have been called 94 if it's going inside, 92, 94, 96 zone. Very simply blocked, right? Pause. We're going to go triple to the right. 91 and 6 are going to get blocked by the tight end and the tackle. You see the tackle's taking a good step out. Mm-hmm. I'm going to skip over the right guard because he's pissing me off. But go back half a frame. We're going to come back to the right guard. Brunskill, yes. Get away from this. This is a gap front side. Why? Because the center's not covered, and a gap tells you the formation, right? So, like, he's telling you where everybody's lined up, and at the same time, he's giving you a call. So it kind of cuts down a lot of the verbiage. Gap, to me, means center is not touched by anybody. If you go back to the original frame, you'll see nobody's on him. And so it lets, see that right there? It lets everybody know where everybody's lined up. Hey, we're in an over. I'm going to gap this. Okay, so now I know if I'm the backside guard, he's saying that this guy's not touching him. So now this becomes an A or a B. Because instead, if he was saying he was touching me, he would just call a straight A. And it knows I'm locked up with him. The tackle can be over here going to 44. But instead, he has to go gap front side. And backside, you can keep going. He does a good job of getting across, but it kind of gets stuck. See how nobody gets on Taki? And it's because the backside guard tries to wrench instead of stepping and creating a lane. Like right there, that 3rd, 4th step right there, he's kind of just bracing.
Screws we're looking right here, by the way.
Screws the tackle big time because they have nothing to really hit. And if that defensive tackle can grab you and throw his hips in the hole like he's about to right there, see, that's how you stop the double team. And so now they can't get off to Taki, which is what they want. And if you go back, the whole reason this play sucks and this guy's on the ground is because as he steps, he has his head down. See, right there? And he misses his aiming point. He's clearly out of control. He doesn't see something. He doesn't realize it. Step, throw your hand. See, your center's there. Center kind of whiffs, though. And that's kind of on him. It's on both these guys because both these guys end up in the hole, yeah. As you step, you should drag with your backside hand, and you should be ready to collect that move right there. But this is why I say it's kind of on both.
So you drag with your backside hand, meaning you get a hand like on here.
See, his eyes are straight ahead, and I need them more at an angle. I need you to see 90 coming. Why? Because this is a big run team. What are they going to do to stop run? They're going to create movement up front because why? Guys get out of control like that and fall on the ground, and then people get left in the hole. And now there's a problem, right?
90 is, God, look at that, man. That's a great play hungry, by 90 man. Here. That's hungry. A great play. Let's run this slow-mo one more time because there's so much happening here. But you're right. Like so center does a good job backside hand on 96 here, but not getting back over and getting in front of 90 kind of blows this whole play up.
Both these guys are getting minuses because technically 55 spends way too much time backside. Like your backer is play side. You should be getting play side right now. You're either thinking push 90 out or you're thinking I'm taking 90 over. You're just fiddling too much backside.
Man, and then look at just swarm into the football, Booney.
Hey, Tannehill, don't make a move. Don't make a move or anything. Hey, bud.
I got one more for you here. All right, we're frantically trying to beat the play clock here.
You know I love these. Hey, look, we're chipping him. I like it. Look at him. Look at that receiver out there. He's like, oh shit.
This dude right here.
It's just the guy got a true story. We used to call a chip a nacho. So if you came up and heard nacho, you knew you were about to get a chippy chip. Here we go. Take it back because we just got this guy number 6.
Oh, crunch, man. And a little extra sauce on that tackle, too. That's dirty.
Hey, yeah,
Not actually
nobody
dirty,
have
but.
any urgency here to do anything. All right, this is actually really good, and I'm going to tell you why it's good. You come up here, and instantly you can tell the center's going to 6, right? I don't know who 6 is, but you do a hell of a job here, my dude. We're sliding to the right. So left side goes, okay, they're on a Rocco. Pause it right here. If you cut a line down the defense, the left side, on our right side of the center, yep, right there, cut a line down the defense. That's how the left side sees this right now. We have everything over here.
So these guys are over here,
right.
collecting over here.
Okay. These guys will take care of everything over here on the other side. That's not our problem, right? Like, this is where they're trying to bait you. See how this guy's really wide, and then you got 99 standing up outside of him? They're telling you right now, dude, we're getting ready to play a game out here. We're going to do something, pin the tail on the donkey or something, but somebody's getting smacked, right?
So is it likely here that this is a twist or something?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. If I'm the left guard, I'm thinking, hey, we're Rocco, twist, get off the ball, get back, get set. Center, and I can't say that I blame him, but I'm going to because it's his fault, is probably thinking 6 is going to run through this A gap, which is not wrong. You're 99% of the time that dude's going to try and bull rush you to mess with you. But this one sneaky, dirty time, this son of a bitch goes backside and destroys the guard. And this falls squarely on the center. When you have a twist, it is imperative that you punch the penetrator. Because if you don't, look at your left side. Go back. They screw this up big time. You're good. They screw this up big time. But notice how they're not even looking this way. They're just trying to get back off the ball to protect themselves from this twist. They're not even looking. And 6 just comes in here to bull rush the side of Dylan Radins. That's his whole job. Dylan probably should have had his hand up. If he'd have been smarter, he would have, because it's a good habit to have. See how he doesn't have his hand up?
So he should have his right hand should be up, feeling for 6.
It should, but he can't.
But is it not to defend here? But like, how many times? I don't know. Do you give credit to Jim Schwartz and company here for
absolutely.
saying we're gonna pull? Because right, look at this, dude. You're saying they're gonna pull a twist with these two guys. Look how far apart they are.
But it's
how
brilliant.
often do you see that?
It's brilliant. A lot of times they. And this is where it's starting to get more advanced. You see it all the time. They just don't run it like this. See how he hits that A gap in 55's like, I'm almost positive he's going there. And then he hits him with a little shimmy, shake and goes backside. And this guy's like, what the hell? See, he's like, he knows he's in trouble. He knows he's beat. And the problem is, if he just would have punched him, he could have probably punched him into 54. That's how you stop a lot of twists. If you hit 6, he ricochets into 54 and stops him. But the problem is, Dylan's turned. He's got no punch. Look, they're helmet to helmet. I can tell you're not punching. And he's got that 54 grabs his inside shoulder right there. See how he's got it? Number one thing they're trying to do, grab your shoulder pads, because that's how they control you. And then once he gets there, 6's whole job is to blow that hip up, and 54 is to come around. But 6 is kind of like, well, I see a little hole in here. I'm just going to get a little savvy. 55 ends up swarming him up. 54 just says, I don't think so. Come over here. And who gets all the love?
And then Myles Garrett gets a little half sack out of this bad boy on the other side.
No big deal. I mean, hey, I'm going to tell you right now, that's a tricky one to beat. How do you beat it? You get off the ball and you punch. You must be the first to strike. Always. If they grab you, they're going to pull you. They're going to wrench you. They're going to do things that you never thought they could do, and they're going to get away with it. Look at these dudes. They're dancing all over your quarterback.
It's a nice touch there.
Everyone's just looking like another team looks berated. It's week 3, and we already look like we want to quit. Hey, man, I heard the league's looking for dudes that want to be here.
Dude, that defense, man, it is not a fluke. It is not a fluke. That is, and if Deshaun Watson can, I don't know, find 85% of his previous form on offense, Chubb being out is a problem for the Browns, and that's a tough division. But
when you have a defense like that, you can lean on and you can do a lot of things with, and that's what becomes so exciting. And I will say this, when you go to play a team like that and you know that their defense is rocking, it's almost like the bar gets set and you're like, okay, we'll meet the challenge or we won't. And it's a very big chess match out there, and when you see plays like this, you're like, it's gonna get gritty, boys. Get ready. One of the old coaches used to be like, this is a fixed bayonets type of situation, gentlemen. You'd be like, oh man, it's gonna get really ugly. And when you play guys that are good and they can get away with things like that, and they can grab you and pull you and get you to freak out and overset, it's a long damn day. I'm telling you, it's fun though to play.
Great stuff, dude. God, it's a blast sitting down, just watching film with you and Jeremiah, just learning how these guys operate in the trenches here. And that's the best defense in the NFL so far this season. The Cleveland Browns, 3.2 yards per play allowed. Think about that. Like, that's absurd. So what the Dolphins are doing on offense, the Browns are basically doing on defense on the other side.
Do they play each other at all? That would be...
It's a good question, man. I don't know. Maybe a Browns fan or a Dolphins fan can let us know in the comments right now. Do they play each other?
It's too late.
Or will we have to wait till the playoffs?
Oh my God, a playoff game! I might have to go to that, especially if it's in Cleveland. God, I'd be so excited.
Oh man.
Let's
all
go.
right, he's Alex Boone. We'll get Jeremiah back in here next week.
Yep.
This is the O-Line Committee Film Review. Please click that subscribe button and the like button on this YouTube channel, and we'll catch you guys next time.